Now to other news, because 17 million babies, most of them in South Asia, are breathing toxic air, which is putting their brain development at risk. That's the conclusion of a report by UNICEF, which says pollution in the areas where they live is 6 times higher than international limits. Well, let's head to Delhi, and UNICEF's representative there, Dr. Yasmin Ali Haq. Thank you very much for being on the programme here with us. Is this as alarming as it sounds?
Indeed, it is. It's alarming because we're facing the growing body of evidence that children who breathe in polluted air are not just at risk of their lungs being damaged, but also they're at risk of losing on their intellect, on losing on their cognitive development, and they're being able to grow up with the full potential.
I didn't explain in the introduction, perhaps you will. What is it that the pollution is doing to the babies? What is the impact it's having?
So we have known for many years how breathing in polluted air damages the lungs, especially in a baby who is breathing faster, who doesn't have a well-developed immune system. The lungs are not fully formed, so the child develops a scarring on their lungs, and that can have effects that last lifelong. Now we have more evidence that the particles, the microns, actually can even cross through the placental barrier and harm a child while they're in their mother's womb. And also they cause inflammation of the barrier that protects the brain. And when that inflammation happens, it's really affecting the substance of the brain and the development of the brain.
Given all of that is happening here and now, and given that the solutions on pollution are usually longer term, this damage is going to go on unchecked for years, isn't it? That's the reality.
Absolutely, and that's why we have to really accelerate our efforts now. There's no time to waste on it. We're hoping this will really push governments and communities to examine how we can stop the burning of fossil fuels which are causing the damage.
And in the meantime, is there anything that people can actually do? Change habits, masks? Does that have any real impact?
Absolutely. It means that being more aware of the air that your children is breathing, not exposing them to excess fumes such as traffic fumes when they're out traveling from place to place, that they don't go out and play when the pollution levels are very high. It's really about creating awareness about families, communities, and governments taking action.
Just a final sentence, if you could, because we're nearly out of time. Those effects you were talking about and describing a little earlier, is there any reversing of those effects that is possible?
Reversing once the damage is done? Not really. No, we're robbing a child of their potential. We have to stop it.
Well, as you said right at the start, it is alarming. Thank you very much for taking time to join us. Yasmin Ali Haq there live for us from Delhi. Now, still to come on today's Global. Have a look at this, because great colours, but what's actually in them, and why are experts predicting they'll be among the top food trends for 2018? Find out here after a short break.